Hi, welcome to Rate My Gadget, and I'm going to show you how to replace your toilet seat for a brand new toilet seat. Now this is the Amazon Basics toilet seat, but they all work in the same kind of principle in terms of how they fit onto your toilet. So let me show you. So first of all, if I just talk about the principle of it, what happens is on the toilet itself you'll have two holes, which these then fit through and they'll clamp from the bottom. So this is where they'll clamp through from the bottom. Now, if you have a look on this toilet seat, if you come over, some of them have, you'll see like a screw head, like this one here. So what that means is, and you can see the underside, but what that means is under here, if I get, and this is where usually, if you've got a screw head, you'll need a screwdriver, and you'll probably need something just to grab the underside clamp here. Now the difficulty is in removing an old toilet seat. Unfortunately, if you've got metal screws like this, they may have got quite seized on. So you do have to hold them with something like a set of pliers. However, usually 9 times out of 10, if they're plastic, you can just do it by hand. So if you feel underneath by hand, you'll feel the nut and you can start undoing it. In this instance, if you come over, I'm going to undo that screw there by holding the nut on the bottom side of this, okay? And once that comes free, you can see there's the nut on the underside, and then if I just push this up here, so there's the clamp, push that up there, you'll find that the screw comes out like that, and then that means the toilet seat is free. So all you're really doing is taking those two fasteners out and then putting the fasteners back on. Okay, so I have removed the old toilet seat, and what you'll see here is you've got two holes where I've already pre-put them in, but from this Amazon Basics, these then go into, if I just show you, making sure not to drop them down the toilet, so these can slide into place and go like that, and then on the underside of the toilet you've got the washer, the circular bit, and then the flat bit goes underneath and you screw it up. So if I just show you that, so imagine that the toilet is there now, you put the washer, and you have to do this obviously on the underside of the toilet, and then you hand tighten, you don't have to do it, graunch it with a spanner or anything. You then just put this on the top, okay, until that bit there is tightened down. Okay, but the first thing to do when you get this Amazon Basic toilet is, if I take these off, you get these parts all separate. So you can see there's one I made earlier, but these here, so this block here sits into there, and then that slides into that housing there, okay? And what this is great for is it means that that width there, you can change that so it's not a fixed position. So this toilet seat is a really good design for that. Also, the other thing I like, it's all plastic, no metal. And what that means is if it's metal, unfortunately, no matter how careful you are, you're going to get water in here, and therefore potentially this might over time rust and might even fail. So the best thing I find is these plastic ones, which I absolutely love. So let me put it on, let me tighten it up, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So if I put this into here now, okay, these bits here go washer, that, so it goes compressed. So if I put it on this side, unfortunately you can't see a huge amount, but if I do this, so there it is, the seat is fitted, and you'll see that this round seat works quite well, in which you can move it now left and right ever so slightly. So do it up hand tight, and then if I show you what that looks like, you'll see those, that's on the right hand side there, so you're literally doing that hand tight. And the great thing is with this toilet seat, like some designs where you might be having to hold the top bit while you're doing at the bottom, which is really difficult, this one, because of the mechanism where it sits on the toilet seat, it means that it locks it into place. I hope that's helped. Please do like, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.